Hello, everyone, and welcome to the What You Got to Say podcast. Today is Thursday, September 16th, 2021, and we are at the lovely DeFilippis Bakery in Monticello, New York at 506 Broadway. We are surrounded by all kinds of baked deliciousness, cookies, pastries, all kinds of cakes, scrumptious-looking breads, and lots more.
Yummy.
Just filling the air with some of the most wonderful baked aromas you'll ever experience. I'm Phil Bulla from Platinum Recording Studio in Monroe, and I'm here with my co-host, Dale, from the What You Got to Say podcast. Hey, Dale.
What's up, Phil?
How you doing, brother?
What's going on?
All right. You know what, Dale? I am so excited and honored to sit down today and have a nice chat with the founder and owner of the DeFilippis Bakery, Ms. Carmella DeFilippis. Carmella, thank you so much for inviting us into this beautiful, awesome-smelling bakery of yours.
Thank you. I'm glad that you're enjoying the smells as you sit here with me.
Oh my gosh, I walked in the door and I said to you, Dale, the smells, the aroma.
You're blasted.
I'm
blasted with
I'm in heaven.
With a flavor.
I want one
we
of
always,
everything.
once in a while, we'll get somebody peek in the door and they'll say, thank you for that beautiful smell on the street.
You can smell it walking by.
And I noticed outside you have like a great sitting area with tables where people can sort of like get together with friends and family.
Which has been really a great addition through COVID, of course, giving people the option to sit outside. It's a new addition that we had decided to add. I would say it's been about 4 years now. So it's very nice. Yeah.
Wow. Who would have thought that? What a blessing that would be to have that kind of seating outside, and keeping everybody safe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Came in handy. Had a little foresight, huh?
I wish I had a little more foresight. Tell me what.
We all do.
I walk by all the counters and I see all the pastries and cookies and all that stuff. It looks so delicious.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about all the different kinds of cookies and pastries and everything that you have here?
Traditionally here at our store, we service all of our pastries are going to be a lot of the traditional Italian things that we have, like cannolis, your Napoleons, sfogliatelle, pasticciot, your rumbabas for the good old Italians.
Oh, that's my
rumbabas.
favorite. I just like saying it.
Sounds great to say.
Of course, you got to have your standard eclair.
Yeah.
They come in a bunch of fillings. We have about 4 flavors that you can choose from. And then our butter cookies and we do have a huge Jewish clientele, so we do a tremendous business with our rugelach. We have 4 flavors that we sell those in, and our hamantashen challah bread for the holidays.
So holidays, is there a line out the door?
Yes.
I imagine, right?
Yes.
You gotta,
Thank God. Yeah.
I'm out there too, Carmella.
Yeah.
So Dale, you get your bakery goods here. I understand, right? That's how we came to be here.
I come
Dale's
and
one of your
sit
biggest
outside
fans.
and enjoy the addition. I eat burgers with egg, bacon. Oh, it's the best. And you know what? When you eat here, you wish they had a bed so you could go right. The worst part about eating here is it's so far away from your house.
Oh, I got you.
And it's only like 5 minutes.
Well,
you get sleepy right away.
Maybe there's an area outside you can put a pup tent out. And,
next time I'm gonna bring my camping gear. I'm just gonna camp in front.
Enough about you and me. Let's get back to Carmella. I want to do a little rewind here. Back to the future, back to the past.
Yep.
Tell us about how it all started. Your parents were immigrants, I understand. Tell us a little bit about where that was, what happened, what did they have? They had a business or something?
Mom and Dad immigrated to the United States back in 1964. They landed in Brooklyn, and Dad worked at a bakery in Brooklyn on 4 Hamilton Parkway, and Mom was a seamstress in Manhattan.
Nice.
My Nana was as well,
Yeah, and my mother's oldest sister was the first to come up to the mountains and the Catskills, as they used to say back then.
Yeah.
We're going up to the mountains as if it was who knows how far from Manhattan, right? And my Aunt Connie landed in Middletown, and she started a restaurant business. And for a few years, continuously hammered away at Mom and Dad. You got to come to Middletown. You got to come to Middletown. And with, my father loved his little coffee shops in Brooklyn and espresso and cards and et cetera, and didn't want to leave. But eventually they convinced him, and they opened a place on East Main Street in Middletown, New York, back in 1971. Wow. And I was 6 at the time. And that's how it started. They really begged and borrowed from everybody that they knew to gather the money to open it. The building that still is there today, when they purchased it, was condemned. So it was really through the efforts of a lot of friends and family to just, whether it be through monetary donation or just some sweat.
Okay.
Right? And good hard work to help us get it off the ground.
And
So
how was
that's
it received once they got it up and running?
It was really, from what I can remember, it was received tremendously.
Okay. It was a mainstay of that area, right?
Yeah, it really was.
Beautiful.
There was one small Italian bakery in Little Italy, part of Middletown at the time. And, so Dad, I'm sure, was nervous, but they didn't speak any English.
Oh, they didn't?
It was very broken.
Oh, my gosh.
And
did you?
You did the translator.
Yeah, I was born in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were the translator for them.
So I was the translator at a young age.
Oh, wow.
But, they had family in the beginning until I became a little bit older. But I think I probably started working the front counter with Mom and Dad about 9.
Nice.
So what was that like when you actually served your first customer? Do you remember that day?
Oh, I couldn't wait. I kept wanting to Mom, I want to take care of customers. And Mom would be like, go wait on the side or whatever. But I remember it was funny because there was one woman that when she walked in, my mother would always say, go to the side, go to the side. She didn't want me to touch her product. No, like that.
Yeah.
So she was like, she's too young.
No.
But I always definitely was looking forward to help out.
Exciting, huh?
I don't know what was wrong with me back then.
No, it's exciting for a kid.
It was exciting. It was, I was young.
Come on, you're moving from Brooklyn to a new place. Yeah. I mean, if you was a little older, like a teenager, I could imagine how that could be a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got a daughter.
I got to go out.
Yeah. In the Middletown, tipping cows is not going to be Gucci. But, but anyway, I wanted you to tell me, what was it like? I'm not sure how much you can retain because it was so long ago. What was it like moving from Brooklyn to Middletown for immigrants from, are you Sicilian? Are you from Sicily?
We're Napolitan. We're from Naples.
You're from Naples. I have friends from Naples.
Yeah.
Okay. What was it like for an immigrant back in 1971 to become instantly transplanted to a new country, pretty much in a country, in a new business, in a new, and not only that, you come from Brooklyn to Middletown. And what was the temperature of Middletown for immigrant Italians in 1971?
Well, certainly I was only 6, right?
Yeah, I know. But
I can tell you that my childhood memories, which I'm so fond of, because there was such unity and there was just, like, we grew up with such a tight-knit family. And then, of course, as you grow older and everybody moves away, you're like feeling sad, right? But from my memory, when they moved to Brooklyn, it was just like the stories you see that are, that you see on TV.
Yeah, Bronx
depicted.
Tale.
Yeah, you know, families, like 5 families in an apartment building.
Right, yeah.
Much like you see ethnic families that live
but
here
it must have been really comfortable for you there.
It was so comfortable. It was just, as a child, it was
I'm saying,
all you knew.
What was the transition like when you moved to Middletown? It had to be big.
To Middletown, again, I was young.
You were young, but you knew the change. You could
Middletown, 211 was all farm country. Like, there was just farms there. There was like one store, Lloyd's Supermarket. It was the only store there.
Okay.
There really wasn't anything. There wasn't much to do.
Wow.
It was really very much, small hometown living.
So the bakery was like a big fish.
It was a big fish, probably. My backyard literally I was able to ride my bicycle as a young girl from the front of the bakery down to the corner and back. There was like a 5 and dime Woolworths back then. That's really, and we had a flat with no backyard, like we had a little rooftop.
Yeah.
And so that was really how I was raised.
Would you say that the seeds were planted there of how you would, in the future, well now, take care of your customers and your approach to, the culture, the people that come in and out of your bakery? I mean, you must have learned a lot back in those days.
I think I did. I learned a lot from Mom. I mean, they just, I think the thing that is always stays with me is being Italian, for us, we were raised where we're just always warm and loving, and we take you in. Like, you come in as a customer, but you're coming in as family.
Right.
Does that make sense? Like, you want to hug and kiss on everybody.
Right. And you sustain that kind of feel
And I think
here,
we
right?
do. I think that when you come in,
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
awesome here, man.
especially if I'm not busy in the back of house where I can come out front, I'm always.
You probably know a lot of your customers by first
We've been
name.
here,
And,
Yeah.
So we
and you give them a hug sometimes.
I want to give them a hug.
Right?
COVID was probably the worst thing, right?
That
Because
could happen.
we were like air hugs all the time.
I know how my Italian family is. You see somebody, you got to give them a
Yeah,
hug.
you gotta hug.
Right?
And you got to kiss.
Yeah.
We were like, you know, that's
It's a
big
nightmare.
thing.
Right.
It's,
So-
it
It's a
is.
nightmare
Yeah,
not
when
to.
you're so
Yeah.
used to that.
Tell us a little bit what happened. Then what happened? You know what? Your teenage years, your 20s, your school, your marriage, your family. What happened after that time? What happened between then and when you opened your bakery here?
So if you fast forward a little bit through my young teenage years, I can tell you that I worked. I would help mom open. I went to school. I came home. I closed the store from 3 to 7.
Yeah, you
I
really
wasn't
got
allowed
ingrained
to
in the
do
business.
after-school activities because I was part of the
So you just
business.
grew into this
I just
naturally.
kind of grew in. It was part of really a responsibility.
Yeah.
It was that
It
was
was
just
part of
how
your
I
family.
was raised.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
just part of family.
Yeah, it's
stuff.
understandable.
So then, as a young girl, we went to Italy as a family. Our first vacation when mom and dad decided to give it a whirl at retirement.
That must have been nice.
It was nice.
Do you have lots
was-
of family in Italy?
I
Like,
do. So my
lots and
dad's
lots, right?
my father's from a family of 9.
Oh, wow. That's me. I'm from a family of 9. Too.
Yeah. And oddly enough, my dad's whole side is in Italy, except
Oh,
for
really?
one brother.
Wow.
And my mother is from a family of 8.
Wow.
And everybody came to the United States except for one sister who remains in Italy.
So you like a full-bred Italian.
We got it. Yeah, there's
Full
You know-
bread.
you know-
There's like
Full bread as they come.
There's-
cousins on cousins.
No pun
on
There's no
cousins.
mutt in you.
No, there's no.
You're full-bred. Okay. What was it like when you came from? I'm gonna skip a little bit. What was it like when you finally decided, okay, the Middletown location is done. I'm going to set up shop in Monticello, and I'm gonna make this work. Was it? I'm sure it was daunting. It was. I'm sure it was hard.
It happened by. It was.
Did it happen by chance?
It was not intentional.
Oh, wow. Like most things.
Yeah. So for anything, sometimes good things come from things that are just aren't planned. And then in 1986, I got married. Dad sold the business in like February, March. I got married in August, and as an entire family, we all moved to Italy in October of 1986.
That's a big move.
That is a big
And
move.
we all go there because that was Dad's dream, was to retire to
retire
Italy,
and go
which
back
is
there.
why the store in Middletown still has the name.
Wow.
There you go.
Okay? So
was
they
wondering.
sold it imagining that they were never coming back.
When you opened this, I understand that it was you and your brother.
It was my brother and myself and my now ex-husband.
Okay.
So-
Now, did your husband have any background in restaurant business or any kind
You
of
know, he
bakery?
didn't. He came here to the United States at a young age. He was 19, and he pretty much was groomed in the
So you had to
business
teach him.
by my dad.
Oh, okay. You guys
And-
had to,
which was funny
rein him in.
because he came here. He was studying accounting.
Okay.
And we turned him into a baker.
Hey. I think it's hard to be a baker. You got to get it
Definitely.
just right.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Accounting, you can be off on number 2.
Yeah.
So I want to go back to the journey and building the business here with your family. Did your children work with you like you did for your parents? Was there
Yes.
some of that?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the workers,
So,
the employees, your children.
Sure.
Who was here?
I have
baking?
2 boys. Felice, who is 33. I have to count. I can't even keep track anymore. And my younger son, Vincenzo, who's 29 and 34 now.
Okay.
I lost some
Lost a
time
year
in there,
somewhere.
Jesus.
That's
And
okay.
yes, so Felice, all through his younger years, worked with us.
Okay. Here?
Yes.
Okay.
Very
At
talented.
DeFilippis,
Yeah.
yeah.
Felice definitely is one of those young men that no matter, he's a hands-on worker, and whatever you put in front of him, he could just do.
So he was baking.
Nice.
And I would say Vincenzo's pretty much the same. Yes, he was baking.
Both bakers.
Okay.
Yeah, he's since married now.
Okay.
Has 4 children.
Wow.
Right.
And he started his own independent business
Oh, okay.
called
really?
Happy Painting and Construction.
Oh,
so he
nice.
does that.
We may
Okay.
have to talk to him also.
And my younger son, Vincenzo, works with me.
Okay.
He was recently married to
nice.
Juliana, who is
I think
here
we
with
met his
us.
wife
Yeah, we saw the
earlier.
cake.
We
Saw
seen that
Julie.
great cake.
Julie's been working with us for years
Yeah,
as
Julie's
they were
very
dating.
cool.
So
And
it
then,
Very
still
cool.
sustains and maintains the
Yes.
family
It's still a
business vibe,
family-oriented
which brings us
business.
back full circle to you loving customers, and they're like family. They come in here, like we were talking before. You know them by name,
absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
Can you tell us about some of the food here? Like, what's your favorite? What do you enjoy making, and what do you enjoy eating?
Oh, God. That list is too long.
Oh, wow.
Unfortunately,
It's
for
okay.
me. I don't know
Give
what
us
it
your best.
Oh, my God. The men in our family.
Listen, if you had
don't-
one night and you said, listen, I'm off tonight. I'm going to have my bottle of wine. And from my restaurant, the best thing I can have to make this a relaxing experience is what?
On our menu in the cafe, I would have to say that my favorite sandwich was a French chicken sandwich.
Oh, okay, you guys, you hear that?
Yeah.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah.
That's Diona
It's
telling you it's a
delicious.
Now-
French chicken. It's got to be
I'm
probably
learning
the
something
best
right here,
thing
right now. So this is not only a bakery. Tell me a
Oh,
little
yeah,
bit
they
about
do
the selection, the
breakfast and
menu,
everything.
other food that you have here that you prepare for your customers.
Yes. So we started the cafe about 8 years, wasn't it? And again, because my boys were here.
Yeah.
And they were contemplating opening a bagel business outside of this building.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to show them that there's so many other things that they could do. So
Yeah.
we started the venture of making the bagels here in house.
Oh, wow.
Very
So
smart.
we make a homemade water bagel.
Okay.
And
Nice.
I said, at least you can learn here, make
Nice.
mistakes here without making the investment somewhere else,
Sure.
and then decide. And then with that, we started with a small cafe. We actually opened it here in the corner of the
Right.
building.
That's very
And
cool.
then after a year, it grew so much, we moved the kitchen to the back. But
Wow.
everything's,
So you expanded.
Yeah, scratch made. We make our own
In-house.
soups.
Right.
And,
Everything's
and it's just
in-house.
simple sandwiches and burgers and wraps and
Yeah.
salads.
Okay.
and-
So,
I know about it firsthand.
So to the customers that are listening to this podcast all over the world, the soon-to-be customers from, areas far away that are going to be coming up here to Monticello, they're hearing, tell us a little bit more about the menu. Like, what do they do? You serve breakfast? Do you serve lunch?
We serve breakfast. We serve full breakfast.
Oh, okay.
And then we serve lunch. We close at 3 in the cafe. So it's
Okay.
just breakfast and lunch.
Breakfast and lunch.
We've been asked many times to do dinner, but
Yeah,
I
right.
was like, no.
You'll be
just-
So it's like a triple threat.
do
It's
that.
not just
You're already
bakery.
exhausted.
It's
No.
a cafe. You have food. You have sandwiches. You do breakfast.
We do
I mean, there's a
breakfast.
lot here at
A lot.
DeFilippis for
It
people
is,
to come
it is.
and
And
hang
hang
out.
out.
They can sit inside. They can sit
and
outside.
On Sunday, we have like an open mic thing that
Yeah,
happens.
we were gonna
and
get to
I'm
that.
getting
It's
to that,
fun.
right?
Yeah, we were getting to that.
Tell
Yeah.
us. What do we want her to tell us, Dale?
Oh,
Start it.
it's so awesome.
You've
I've
been
been
here.
to maybe 3 of them.
Okay.
And it's so awesome. The guys, you never know who's going to come perform. It could be anybody.
So there's music
You know you
here?
got Woodstock up
Are you
here.
saying that there's musicians that come here and
Oh,
perform?
yeah,
It's not
yeah.
just food and bakery and sandwiches.
Some of
there's
the best
talent walking in the door.
musicians in the world. They have a guy up here that I met here.
Yes.
He actually knows people and was there like Woodstock time. This guy is dope. And I mean
gosh.
dope. But
Okay.
we're going to let Carmella
Carmella,
we're going to let
what-
Carmella tell you about how it started because she
how did
gave
that
me a
start?
little
You,
bit.
you have music here. Tell me a little bit about the other events and activities that happen here.
So I have to tell you, I don't even know. Like it was one of those things again
Yeah,
that
that's what
just
she told me.
happened.
It's an
where
organic thing.
Just organic.
Yes, very organically. I have a good customer of ours that would talk to me about that he loved to go and do these open mics locally, and he loved to play the guitar. And so I said to him, would you mind, or do you know if any of your friends would want to come here on a Sunday? I thought at that time when we first started the cafe, I was doing like a Sunday fun day, or
Nice.
just hang out with your family day. And he said, sure. So he shows up one morning on a Sunday at 11 a.m. And he played in that corner over there,
Okay.
right? And
What does
he's
he
by
play?
himself,
Guitar?
just guitar.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
he just played, and it was like little background music. And I was like, oh my God,
nice.
you're so sweet.
That's nice.
And he was like, do you want me to come back next week? And
Yeah.
I was like, you want to come back next? Like, I thought I would do it once a month, right?
Yeah.
Once every so often, like
Yeah.
a special event or
Sure.
a brunch day or
Yeah.
something, right? and he just comes back every week.
Nice.
Okay.
Then as it started to go, he started to invite some friends.
Right.
Then it just started to
It's a
grow.
That's what us
grow,
musicians do.
Just snowball.
We want to play
That's
someplace.
all you got to
If
do
you
is tell
open-
a
Yes.
musician,
If you
hey,
open
it's
the door,
open.
we will
Yes.
come.
Yeah.
And I ain't going to lie. There are people, there's some folks that come in and they're like, the music, this. And so
Yeah.
it's nice that we
That's
have the
why you
deck,
have the
right? So
outdoor.
they
Yeah,
can go
right.
outside
Yeah,
if they don't
it's
want to
nice.
For the-
listen.
Yeah.
But I mean, the people are wonderful. It's a great group.
Oh,
the
the
camaraderie
atmosphere
that
is
they
nice.
So is
have.
that every Sunday?
So it's every
Like-
Sunday between 11 and 1 or 2, depending on the
Okay.
amount of musicians they have.
Right.
It has, it's a little different since COVID. Pre-COVID, like it was like
Really
wall
big.
to, yeah, we were
it
wall
was
to
wall
wall.
to wall. You couldn't get in the door.
I
Wow.
think I still see some people that are missing, but
Yeah.
they always write. They'll come in independently,
Yeah.
and certainly we understand the people that come in now. Still, they love it.
That's very exciting.
They do
It's
their
still
gig.
nice.
Yeah, sure.
It's
I mean,
still nice. I
Yeah.
was just
Better
at
on a
one,
Sunday morning.
I was just at one a couple of weeks ago. It was still nice.
People call,
Yeah.
can you reserve a table? Can you do
Yeah.
this? Can you
Wow.
do that?
Very
Yeah,
nice.
they
Very
love it.
So that's really amazing. I love that story. Now, what other you do other things here too? You
Yes.
have, like sit
So-
and paint or
Yeah, so through that whole time in the beginning, we were doing a lot of paint and sip parties when
Paint and
they.
sip, yeah.
So I did like a paint and brunch party.
Okay.
So I would do like a little brunch thing.
Yes.
And paint, and it
Nice.
was one thing, and everybody. I've had different types of classes for women's empowerment type classes and
Nice.
things that would
And
come
very
in.
nice.
All kinds of things.
I
So
wanted
you're
to
open
ask you about
to
that.
those kinds of ideas.
I am.
People in the area that might be listening to this podcast, if they have some kind of a cause or an event,
An idea.
or they want to
A
get something
fun idea.
together,
Yes.
you
You can
encourage
come
them to
talk
come
to
to you.
Carmella.
All right, you hear
Absolutely.
that, people? You're going to come in here to DeFilippis Bakery. You're going to ask for Carmella and say, "Listen, I've got a great idea."
Great
Yes.
She
idea.
will listen.
I don't
to you.
know
will
what
listen to
idea
you.
it is, but it better be great because she's got a lot of great things going on here. Don't come here with nothing whack because we're not trying to hear that. All right. Anyway,
You hear that,
I
Carmella?
wanted to
Nothing
ask
whack.
you one question, Carmella. Since you brought up the women thing, I want to know in business, especially in like bakery. I don't know if a bakery is a man's business or a woman's business. I wouldn't have any idea, but do you find that it may be more difficult for you in the business as a woman or easier as a woman, or doesn't make a difference? You don't believe?
I'll be honest with you. I never thought of that. I mean, I think because I was just
You were just
I grew
you
up
was
in the business.
ridden into it.
But I will say, over these last 5-6 years,
Mm-hmm.
maybe even 7 years, if I had to reflect back,
Mm-hmm.
I think there's truly a lot of great programs out there for women in business.
That's great.
So
That's good to hear.
I think that if you are a woman out there and want and have a dream or an idea, that you shouldn't be afraid, because there's
Nice.
so many programs that encourage
Yeah.
and give,
That's great
free
to
money
hear.
or grants or
That is great
whatever
to
help
hear.
to women.
Great.
And I think that's a great thing.
That's
So
great
it's
to
one
hear.
more
So women, it's
chip in our corner.
you heard it from
Yeah.
you heard it from
Absolutely.
the horse's mouth. It's okay.
Yes, and I'm very proud of it.
Yes.
That's nice.
And I love saying every day that.
That's
yes,
really good to hear.
Yes,
That's really great
yes,
to hear. That's
yes,
really, really great
especially,
to hear.
I would say that the cafe probably came at around the time where my divorce was final, and this was like the birthing of something that I
yeah,
always
something
wanted
new.
to do myself.
Yeah. Mhm.
But being in business with my ex at the time and my brother, I always hit a wall. It was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Right. This is you,
You got to
it
fly.
was
spreading your
really,
wings.
It
You got
was
to fly.
really
Cathartic.
like I felt like
Right?
yes,
Yes, very
yes, it was
cathartic.
Be able
very
to take it
really
yourself
was.
and do what you
I
wanted.
loved coming to work when we created this.
Yeah,
I
I'm
just
sure it's your
loved
baby.
It
It was
was
your
my
baby,
baby.
yeah.
And that's the feeling I get just from sitting here, looking at you,
I
and
can
seeing,
get the
seeing you,
feeling.
hearing
I
you
can
talk.
I can get the energy that
Yes.
you are very excited.
I was very, very.
You can still feel it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
And I
nice.
think that part of you, that's what you would want your customers to feel, the experience of coming here.
And I always
That you're
hope that,
passionate.
I mean, I think that I can say that they do feel it.
I think so.
Yeah, I could say I would. I
I
wouldn't
think-
want to imagine that
I
they
think
don't
being
feel it.
Right.
being a staple business bakery, transplanted from Middletown and still being here so long, I think it says something about the way you run business and the way you greet your customers, and they have to be family to stick around so long. They have to be. You have to be accepted by the community to stick around this long.
Absolutely.
You know?
It's been. I've seen a lot of things happen.
Seen a lot of ups
and downs in Monticello.
Yeah.
We've been truly one of the only businesses for a long time here. There's a couple of solid ones on Broadway, but as you see, when you come up and down.
Yeah.
I mean, we were so happy to see the casino come into town.
Yeah.
The other investment that was made with the water park.
Yep.
But I feel like there's still so much more to do.
Here in Monticello.
There's still so much more work to do.
I think there's so much more
It's nice that you're here on the ground floor, so to speak, you know?
Since we were talking, I just want to piggyback on that question really quickly. And you said that you think that Monticello has, I don't know, so much more to offer, a ways to go. I'd like to know if you have a vision of what you would like to see Monticello turn into business-wise, bakery-wise, more casinos, more. What would you like to see Monticello go?
I would love to still be here if they finally can make it happen, where they are promoting small business to come into Broadway. Like, Broadway should be brought back to life the way it was when people come in. Back in the day, it was XYZ, where people are walking up and down the streets, and there's lights at night, and you're going to, watch an old movie at the movie house, and then going for dessert or getting an ice cream cone. But during the day, maybe visiting, like Saratoga, and you walk down and there's even like a big store, like Banana Republic is there, or the Gap, and then there's a fine jewelry store and a cute little knick-knack store and souvenirs.
You want to bring
something
the life
where you
back.
want to walk down and spend your day on
what
Broadway.
A wonderful vision of what Monticello can be.
And
I would love
hopefully
to see
it will.
that.
I hope it
deserves
comes to fruition. I really can see her vision.
So that's
would be very nice.
Probably one of the things you'd like to say to people. Come to Monticello.
Yes.
Right? But what would you like to say to them about this beautiful establishment? If you could reach out right now, and you can, with the power of this podcast, and what would you like to say to your customers and potentially new customers that are out there?
Well, I would like to say that we are here waiting to see your smiling faces come in the door. And we're just always wanting to listen to your ideas. If you have something that we don't have, we're always willing to listen to see if we could accommodate it. But we have so many choices, whether it be a special occasion birthday, whether it be a wedding, an anniversary. We do all custom cakes. We have all your cookies and baked goods and breads and breakfast and lunch.
And
there's so many things for you to come down and check out and hang out with us. But I would say that the most recent story is that the store sale in Middletown has affected us in that people think that we're the same. And we want you to know that we are the original family that started that business in Middletown.
Say it.
And I'm going to say it because
tell them like it is.
I can't tell you how many phone calls I get over the last 2-3 weeks. And it's really what I've been spending the most energy on these last 2-3 weeks.
So people, you heard it right here.
Because I think with the foresight, or I should say lack of foresight on my father's part, thinking that we were going to stay in Europe as a family, and we came here and we opened under the same name.
Right.
Never imagining that they were, never even thought about what happens when they sell and who they sell to, right?
Right.
And not having control over that. And so I'm hoping that they do well and keep things intact because it kind of directly affects me, right?
It affects your name.
But at the same time, for those that haven't been, or if they are not happy, we want you to know that we are here. That the original family is still here.
At 506
At
Broadway.
506
They representing.
Broadway. We're representing in Broadway,
506
Monticello.
Broadway. If y'all want to get the listen. Don't go down to Middletown play. All right? Y'all come on up here to Monticello and get the real deal.
The real deal right here at 506
real deal.
at DeFilippis Bakery with Carmella.
Yes.
And I think that we've learned a lot today about you, about your family, your history, about the deliciousness that awaits people.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for joining us.
I appreciate you
on
guys
the What
for
You Got
coming
to
on
Say
in.
podcast.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
What do you say, Dale?
What You Got to Say
What You Got
podcast
to
is
Say.
wrapping up. Please
Do we have a
come to
website,
Broadway.
Dale, that people
We
can go
do
to
have
check out What You Got to Say?
Podcast.com.
WutYouGotToSayPodcast.com. All right, see right there on your screen, people. You can see it. Look right there on the bottom. That's the website. Check it out. Go down there and definitely check out DeFilippis Bakery at 506 Broadway in Monticello, New York.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Carmella, thank you so much. It's been great. It's been wonderful. We did it!
That was great.
And that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.